Shalom. I want to speak to you from a real place today, not from the position of someone pretending they have everything figured out, not from someone flashing numbers, lifestyles, or outcomes to prove a point, but from someone who understands money well enough to respect it and grounded enough to admit I'm still building. Because financial literacy does not begin when you're rich, it begins when you're honest. A lot of people think they're not allowed to talk about money until they've made it. But if you wait until you arrive to learn how money works, you usually arrive unprepared and lose it just as fast. Most people don't struggle financially because they don't earn enough. They struggle because they never learned how money actually behaves or how their habits interact with it. And that includes people making good money. I don't have everything I want yet, but I have enough. Enough to eat, enough to move, enough to learn, enough to build. And if you have enough, you're not behind, you're early. Financial literacy is not about how much money you have. It's about how you think, how you move, and how you decide with what you already have. Money doesn't respond to wishes, it responds to structure. Most people don't build structure around their money. They build emotions. They spend based on how they feel. They avoid looking at numbers because it makes them feel uncomfortable. They wait for motivation instead of creating systems. Then when money doesn't stay, they blame the economy, the system, or their circumstances. But here's the truth that actually changes things. If you can't manage a little, more won't save you. More money without literacy doesn't create freedom, it creates louder problems. That's why financial literacy starts with awareness, not income. You need to know where your money goes, you need to understand what drains you and what compounds. You need to respect small amounts the same way you'd respect large ones. Because money listens to behavior, not intentions. And just to be clear, because I know how the internet works, this perspective isn't coming from ignorance. I've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, so I understand the difference between assets and liabilities. I understand cash flow versus earned income. I understand why trading time for money keeps most people stuck. I've also read You Are a Badass at Making Money, so I understand the internal side of money, the mindset, the emotional relationship people have with earning, spending, and worth. So this isn't about knowing, it's about applying what actually matters at the stage I'm in. Knowledge without discipline doesn't create freedom, and confidence without structure creates financial self-sabotage. I'm not here pretending I've arrived. I'm here showing you what it looks like to build correctly, because most people don't fail financially from lack of information. They fail from lack of consistency. If you're listening to this and thinking I should be further by now, I feel behind, I'm not where I thought I'd be, I want you to hear this clearly. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to sabotage financial growth. You don't know other people's debt. You don't know their stress. You don't know what they sacrificed or what they ignored. Focus is wealth before money ever becomes it. Here's how I think about money right now. If I could cover my needs, I'm stable. If I could reduce my waste, I'm growing. If I can invest in discipline and skills, I'm compounding. That order matters. Needs first, waste second, growth third. Most people reverse it. They chase growth without stability. They chase income without discipline. They chase lifestyle without systems. And then wonder why money never stays. Financial literacy is boring on purpose. It's tracking, it's planning, it's saying no. It's delayed gratification. And yes, it's uncomfortable at first, but discomfort is the price of independence. If you're still here listening, that tells me something about you. You're not looking for shortcuts, you're looking for understanding. So in a grounded way, not as a push, if this perspective resonates, liking this video helps it reach others who need honest money conversations, and subscribing keeps us connected as I continue building and documenting in real time. Not flexing, not pretending, just progressing. Now let me add something important, because this is where money and life intersect. I may not be money rich yet, but I am rich in a way that most people overlook. I understand that happiness is not something I wait for money to give me. It's something I create. That doesn't mean money doesn't matter. It means I don't outsource my piece to it. This matters financially more than people realize. People who believe money creates happiness often panic, spend, they chase status, and make desperate decisions trying to fill emotional gaps. People who understand they create happiness make clear decisions, delay gratification, and build patiently. Money amplifies who you already are. It doesn't fix who you're not. If you can't generate fulfillment through discipline, gratitude, and purpose now, more money won't suddenly teach you how. That's why being grounded is a financial advantage. When you're grounded, you don't impulse buy. You don't chase fast money out of dissatisfaction. You don't measure your worth by your balance. You make rational decisions. So no, I'm not dismissing money. I'm putting it in its proper place. Money is a tool, not an identity, not a source of worth. When you understand that, wealth stops feeling heavy and starts feeling intentional. Real wealth is quiet at first. It looks boring, it looks slow, it looks disciplined, but it compounds. Financial literacy teaches patience. Patience teaches leverage. Leverage eventually creates freedom. You don't need millions to start thinking clearly about money. You need order. Order in your spending, order in your habits, order in your priorities. Money is a mirror. If your life is chaotic, your finances will be too. If your life is intentional, money eventually aligns. So no, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm exactly where I need to be to build correctly. And if you're in a similar place, this message is for you. You're not late, you're early in the process most people skip. Shalom. Build wealth patiently, create happiness intentionally, and let money follow order, not desperation.
And I'm also gonna talk on like how to do taxes, how to save money, budgeting, stuff like that is what we're gonna get into. Because a lot of this stuff, I'm gonna have like my own class. I'm gonna have my own little school. It's gonna touch on that topic. But also, I'm gonna have videos on here that are free for y'all to see and watch as well, that are not in the school.